Hi everyone, it's me, Sabrina Nightingale, and I know that it's been a while since I did a trans talk video, so I do want to apologize for that. With the pandemic and my personal life, things have been just a little crazy. Um, but I thought that I would do another video to kind of capture a milestone. On the 24th of this month, November, it will be 1 year that I have been on hormone replacement therapy, HRT. So for my birthday, I wanted to just do something special. So I just kind of got like a hotel room for a couple days. I'm just going to do my own thing. But again, I really wanted to do this video, talk about the past year, I guess. As a disclaimer, as with previous videos, if you've seen the previous videos, I am not a licensed professional, nor am I the messiah of transgender people. I am strictly just talking about my personal experiences and things that I noticed, news, maybe some tips or tricks of the trade to help um, other people transition. So just wanted to reiterate that disclaimer right there. Where to begin? Well, first, I can't believe that it has already been a year. It seems like time has flown, um, but at the same time, it also felt like time didn't go fast enough for me. So, if you caught the first video, or if you've been with me since the beginning, one thing you'll notice is my hair is longer. um, this here is about a year's worth of hair. Hair grows seems to grow so slowly. Um, let's see what else. Um, my face has changed. More softer features. My eyes have changed shape. Um, if I was good at editing, I would do a before transition and now picture. I don't quite know how that would work, so maybe I'll just tinker with it, and if I could pop it in here somewhere in the video, that I'll do that. Um, well, these are real. Finally, I am a 38B. Um, and I'm starting to get that hourglass figure. I don't know if I can show you here real quick, but like starting to get the hourglass shape. Um, don't mind the tummy. Ah, let's see. So many changes. My name was legally changed in June, so yay for that. And I have all of my documents except my birth certificate so far. I'm still working on that one. Trying to think. Oh, here's a fun little fact that I wasn't expecting. And by communicating with various other trans individuals, I found out that it's actually a common thing. We just don't know why. So, um, I used to consider myself a straight woman. When I first started my transition, I was strictly into men, trans men, cis men, non binary, masculine presenting individuals, but men, essentially. um, I've noticed lately that I am sexually attracted to women now, too. I don't know if it's the hormones or if it's the fact that I'm more comfortable in my gender identity and my body that I can start to open myself up to other things maybe I didn't really pay attention to before. I don't know. But numerous trans people have also stated that they've noticed a change in their sexuality after starting hormones, whether it's testosterone or estrogen. Um, and definitely finding out that gender is very, or not gender, sexuality is very fluid. Um, oh, gosh. Oh, my thighs. My thighs have gotten thicker. Um, Another fun fact about hormones is it moves pubic fat. So, like, I still haven't had surgery yet, bottom surgery. Um, but where that was before it was positioned up higher, um, it has shifted downward. Um, Kind of hard to explain, so I'm trying to do the best that I can. Um, but it just moved downward. So now when I talk, it looks legit. I mean, not that it didn't before, but it definitely looks. You can't tell. Um, it's actually really funny because I've actually sent pictures of my tuck to a few people and sisters and stuff, and it to them they say it looks like I have a vagina. So yay! Oh, tip. Okay. So I did say that I was going to be sharing my experiences and tips and stuff. So the longer that you're on hormones, generally, again, this is just a blanket statement. Everybody reacts to medications differently. So just because I had this experience doesn't necessarily mean that you will. And you might have experiences that I may not. So just keeping that in mind. But I found that um, through, throughout the course of this past year, my genitals have shrunk a little bit. Um, when not in use, I'm trying to not cause anyone watching this video to get dysphoric or to trigger anything. So I'm trying to be very technical about things, but at the same time, I'm also trying to be cautious that certain words might trigger someone else. So, having said that, um, things have shrunk, which makes them easier to conceal. And when I first started my transition, I was spending like $34 on a tucking thong at tuckitup.com, and it's great. It is an amazing thing. Again, pretty pricey. Like I said, I paid 34 per thong, but it would keep me tucked for at least 12 hours. Like I would wear them to work, and there was days that I was working 12 plus hours, and I was tucked the entire time. So I definitely recommend them. However, a friend of mine recommended an alternative for me, and since I've shrunk, I decided to give it a try. And basically, what it is go to the store and whatever size underwear that you normally wear, buy a size smaller. And 2 layers will keep you tucked. Um, 1 minute. So this is what I buy. I don't know if anyone can see that. Just hipster briefs, I guess. But I tuck. I put one on, and then I put the other one on top of it, and that keeps me tucked throughout the day. Obviously, when you go to the bathroom, you're gonna have to redo the process. But if you want a cheap way to conceal things, definitely go that route. Um, what else? What else have I noticed over the past year? My skin. Skin is super soft. My hair, um, not quite so much on my arm. You can probably see it. Maybe not. Maybe the lighting is really crappy. But the more that you shave, the lighter and the finer your hair grows back in. Which is really nice because sometimes you're just lazy or just not feeling it and you don't want to shave your legs. Shaving your legs is a bitch. um, so, there's just times where you just don't want to shave your legs. As of late, because my leg hair especially, is so light and so fine, I could go a couple weeks without shaving, and yeah, you can feel it, but you can't see it. Um, Same thing with my armpits. Um, I can probably shave my armpits once a month. You can't see anything. Like, I might be able to feel them, but you can't see it, and that makes me slightly less dysphoric. So, yay for lighter, finer hair. Hmm. Soft. Oh, sensitive skin. In addition to getting softer, I'm definitely more sensitive. I'm ticklish in spots that I wasn't ticklish before. Um, Reduced sperm production, which is, again, I'm taking a testosterone blocker, so that's expected, kind of. Um, um, Come on, Sabrina. What else? I should have made a list. I should have made like a topic bullet points to kind of go over, but I figured I'd just ramble instead. Um, Estrogen does not change your voice, um, as much as we wish that it did. Trans men definitely have the upper hand there with the testosterone. Hi, guys. uh, Excuse me. um, if you're the type of person that wants to like a lighter voice, you can actually train your voice to talk softer and lighter. Um, I was trying to do that for a while, especially when I was at work. I started a new job, and I did not want anyone there knowing that I was trans because I just wanted to blend. I just didn't want to, I wanted to take the time to get used to my job and not have to deal with a potential bathroom issue or answer 100 questions, being kind of like a sideshow attraction, like, oh, what do you got in your pants? None of your damn business. Like, so I started a new job, and for a while, when I was at work talking with people, I would try to talk in the lightest tone that I could possibly talk into, trying to make my voice as feminine as possible, so they didn't figure me out, so I didn't get clocked or anything. But then, I've had so many people tell me that my normal voice, this is my normal voice, obviously, but I've heard people tell me that my normal voice is feminine enough. So, you know what? I figured at this point, if anyone at work finds out, they find out. I can ignore questions if I want to, and I actually did speak with HR regarding the bathroom issue, and because I am female, I can use the female's room. No issues. Yay. Um, hmm. I got a funny story for you. For those that are not on my Facebook page, so I take spironolactone. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but that's how I say it. Finasteride, estrogen, estradiol, and progesterone. And for those that don't know, progesterone is a hormone that women produce when they're pregnant. And when women get pregnant, their breasts fill with milk, blah, blah, blah. So I went in for my yearly checkup. And again, my mind is still blown the fact that it's been a year. But I went in for my checkup, and I still feel like my breasts are small. I mean, they are small. I definitely have them. They're there. Like I definitely like not to be, but like I have plenty to grab onto. I have a handful. I have a handful. But, I was just, feeling like maybe I was plateauing or that I was kind of like stuck where I'm at right now. So my doctor decided to give me a breast exam. And as she's, going around with her fingers and stuff like that, she's, explaining that everything that she was touching was breast tissue and that they're developing, really well and all of that. And then she pushes behind my nipple, like right here at the nipple, and a stream of milk just got her right in the face. And I wanted to die. I wanted to die from embarrassment. Like it was comical. I will say this. It was definitely comical because, 1 second she's pushing on my boob. The next minute she's like kind of pulling her hand back, like, shocked and everything. And, I apologize. I was like, I am so sorry. And then I tried to pass it off, like I tried to make a joke about it. I'm like, oh, this kind of thing probably happens to you all the time. And she was like, nope, this is definitely a first. So, ladies, be mindful of that, and especially if you are prescribed progesterone. Just keep that in mind. One woman's mistakes is another woman's precaution, I guess. um, I was told at the beginning of my transit, like beginning of my HRT, that my sex drive would decrease over time. Not an immediate like stop, but I was told that it would decrease. That did not happen. If anything, my sex drive got worse. Um, much worse. Um, my testosterone levels are below 55, which according to my doctor is the goal. It's 55 or below is where they want the testosterone. And I'm at 54.9 the last time that I went and got my hormone levels checked. Estrogen, she said the goal is between 100 and 200, and I was at 109 point something. So I seem to be right on track. She was surprised that I am still, again, trigger warning, just trigger warning. Um, she was surprised that I'm still getting erections. I don't get morning wood. I don't wake up with one in the morning generally. I think it happened once a couple weeks ago. I woke up and I was like, "Whoa, okay. Not okay with this." But that was like one time out of months. But if I get aroused or if I get turned on, I do either get semi-erect or fully erect. Um, so keep that in mind too. I know that there's quite a bit of trans women out there that aren't dysphoric with their bottoms, and I think that's fabulous. I think that's fantastic. The whole thing is about loving who you are, feeling comfortable in your own skin. Like, that is why all of us do this. It's so we can be who we truly are, and that we want to be comfortable being who we are. So, those that are okay with their bottom half or their top half or whatever have you, great. That really truly is fantastic. But I do know that there's a lot of trans women that are afraid to go on hormones because they're afraid of the threat of a decreased sex drive or the decreased interactions. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that maybe over the next year my sex drive won't die or that I will cease to get erections. Obviously, none of us are psychic. I wish, but we're not. But this first year, that did not happen. So that is something to consider. If you're one of the ones that are hesitant to go on hormones because of those reasons, um, just again telling you my personal experience, I've I have a really good sex drive and I still get plenty of erections. Which brings me to my next topic. Orgasms. All right, so I did mention already that because of my testosterone blockers, which I'm on two, just so we're clear, because of my testosterone blockers, I technically, essentially, don't produce sperm. Um, and there's the whole male orgasm, female orgasm. Well, a couple months into um, hormones, HRT, and a couple months in, I had a hookup with a good friend of mine and a cis male. Um, and I noticed something weird starting to happen. Like as we were intimate, I started feeling like my body broke out in goosebumps, and I started feeling like this buildup of pressure, like here in my lower abdomen area. And it was the most unusual feeling that I've ever had. You know, it was really, really different. And like suddenly, in addition to the goosebumps, in addition to the build up in pressure, my body got like super sensitive. I'm talking like one of the like a very light touch, and I was shivering, and but shivering in a good way. Um, and as we continued the activity, the pressure just kept getting, building up and building up and building up and building up. And then all of a sudden, it felt like that build up pressure was being pulled from my body. Like, and my body wanted to go with it. Like, it was like, it's a cliche to say this, but it was like my soul was leaving my body. And my hair, like my hair to my toes, like everything just felt, oh god, I can't even describe it. um like it was just the most amazing feeling in the world. Like it's, I don't know how else to say it. I definitely think it's something that you have to experience for yourself. Um, but I stopped having male orgasms, and I explained what I'm trying to explain to you right now. I explained it to several female friends, and they said that was a female orgasm. So welcome to womanhood. And since then, um, very rarely do I ever have a male orgasm. Most of the time, it's female orgasms. Like I don't ejaculate, but I orgasm. And let me tell you, if I had the choice between male orgasm or female orgasm, I'm taking the female orgasm hands down. Like nothing compares. It truly, truly doesn't. So that's something to potentially look forward to. um, hmm, I'm really trying to think. I should have made bullet points. Things that I wanted to cover. Um, chasers. Not really a fan. There's a lot of cis men out there that, not all, not all. I really wanna stress that not all, but there are a lot of cis men out there that are open to dating a trans woman, as long as she keeps her bottom half. And to those out there that don't plan on getting surgery and that like using that part of themselves, that love that part of themselves, perfect, great, but those of us that don't necessarily like that part of ourselves, or we want surgery the moment we can get it, that's really crappy, because that is definitely being objectified. They're they don't care about our needs, our wants, what makes us comfortable. It's what they want, and that's not fair. If you were one of those women that do not like that part of themselves, and want surgery the moment you can get it, don't sacrifice your comfortability for someone else. Please don't. There are, cliche to say it again, plenty of fish in the sea. And we should not have to give up or sacrifice who we are for someone else. Same thing goes with trans men. Don't let anyone, whether it's another trans person or if it's a cis person, don't let anyone objectify you. You are a person. You are not a thing. You are not a play toy unless you're into that. By all means, you do you. Um, just it is. It's a difficult road in more ways than just relationships and romantic. It's you know a fighting over the bathroom issue. It's like, I just want to pee. Like, I want to go into a room that I feel comfortable in, which is obviously the woman's room. I just want to go in and pee. I don't want to anything other than that. Like, that's it. Um, Family and friends. It really is really crappy, because every day I'm meeting somebody new from the trans community. And I hear so many stories, some of them good, some of them bad. And, you know, um, if you're one of those people that are afraid of what your family or your friends are going to think, this kind of goes back to the whole being objectified. Um, don't let that fear stop you from being who you truly are. Um, yes, I know that I really can't talk much sitting here, because I have a very accepting family. They don't dead name me anymore, and majority of them don't misgender me either. My mom, she's old. I'm a horrible daughter. She was born in '57, so I don't even know. I don't even have the mental capacity to do the math for that right now. But she will be looking at me like this, tits half hanging out, whatever, and she'll still misgender me. But she doesn't do it on purpose. Still frustrating though, and we've kind of gotten to that point where it's a reflex for me now. Like, if I know someone's talking about me and I hear the wrong pronouns, immediately, like, my mouth opens and she or her is out before I could even stop it. And, my mom's getting better. Like, I'll just kind of like shoot her an icy glare when she misgenders me, and she'll correct herself. Sometimes she's oblivious and isn't realizing I'm staring death daggers at her. Um, so I'll have to verbally correct her, but I did. I got really lucky with my family. Super accepting. They always kind of were, though. Um, personally, I wish I wouldn't have waited as long to come out. Um, but trust me when I say that this past year, while having my ups and my downs, has still been the happiest year of my life. Um, I don't regret coming out. I regret not coming out sooner. That's it. That's my only regret. Um, I know that everyone says that, things happen for a reason, and, maybe it just wasn't the right time for me to come out. Maybe I needed to build a thicker skin, or, what have you. Um, but if you are trans, I'm telling you, I promise, coming out will be the greatest thing that you could do. It will be the happiest thing that you can do for you. It's, like I said, ups and downs over this past year, but even when I've had the worst period cramps, or, I'm just irritable, miserable, like, why the fuck is there grass on the ground? Miserable, like, irrationally irritable. I'm still happy. Like, I don't regret doing this for a minute. Um, I've been able to be the person that I've always known I was, and it is liberating. It is freeing. It is just this massive, massive weight off of your shoulders, and you can actually breathe. Um, Families that don't accept it, and you know, it's shitty. It really is. And I am so sorry if you happen to have family or friends that don't accept it or refuse to accept it. But here's the thing, you know, you can make your own family. You can, there are so many networks and support groups out there. And again, I'm always a listening ear. If you need something, or you need whatever. Add me on Facebook, Sabrina Antoinette Nightingale, and add me, talk to me, and I can try to do what I can to get you connected to the right people. Maybe find local people in your area or close to that you can connect to. You know, um, whether you're close to your family or not, being true to being true to yourself is the most important thing for not only your mental health but your physical well-being, you know, and emotional well-being. Like, there's only one you, okay? And despite religious beliefs aside, and those that believe in reincarnation, we have one life in this vessel. One life. Why waste that trying to be something that we're not for somebody else? Why be miserable? Why spend a life miserable because you think it's what your family or your friends or what your community expects of you? You know, fuck them. It's not their life. They're not the ones that are miserable. So, you know, don't sacrifice who you are for somebody else. Be true to you. Reach out. If your family, again, super shitty, but if your family disowns you, please reach out. It's not the end of the world. I know it may feel like it. I do. Like, I'm not discounting that. But definitely reach out and find your own family. Tell the people in your life that can't accept you to fuck off. You're better than that. You deserve better than that. Having said all of that, though, and I still stand by all of that, transitioning isn't something that we just wake up and do. I mean, most of us, yes. Those of us that have done the research, that have know without a doubt, yes, we wake up one day and we're like, this is who I am. This is what I'm going to do. Um, but it's not easy. As I stated before, there's going to be a bathroom situation, especially regarding trans women or even trans men. If people know who you are before, and then they know that you transitioned, there may be the whole bathroom issue. Um, there's the cost. Um, for those that don't have insurance, I definitely want to recommend GoodRx. Um, so hormones, I don't know about testosterone, or it could vary per location too. Might be more, might be less. But with all four, all four of the hormones, the medicines that I take, It costs over $500 without insurance. With insurance, well, with the insurance I had at my last job and with GoodRx, I spend maybe about $100, maybe 150, and I get mine in a 3-month supply. So if you don't have insurance, definitely check out GoodRx. I got really great deals. Um, but the point I'm trying to make is, you know, for those that are trans and for our cis allies or those that want to educate themselves, this isn't something that we just take lightly. Like, you know, it cost me 1,500 to change my name legally, and that's not including the copies of the court decree that I had to pay for. That's not including my driver's license, nor the time it took to get the new Social Security card. I'm going to have to pay for my birth certificate. I had to call everything, all my banks, all my credit cards, etc., my car insurance, like all of that. Everything that was in your dead name, you now have to change to the new name. And most of that stuff you have to pay for. Um, so that was name change. Hormones, like I said, without insurance and without the GoodRx, it's at cash, out of pocket. Mine are over $500. Um, let's see. Oh, I'm paying $3,000 for laser hair removal. Now that is through Milan Laser, and they are fantastic. The reason why it's so expensive is because it comes with a lifetime warranty. So, you know, they generally guarantee that whatever area you're getting done, you don't even have to be trans to get laser hair removal. Stating that for the record too. But whatever area your package is for, you know, mine was for the face, obviously, because I'm tired of shaving every day. So they guaranteed between like 15 and 17 sessions. Or maybe it was 9 and 10. I can't remember. It's been a while. It's been months. Again, well, actually, it's been a year. Um, but they guarantee between X amount of sessions, you'll be completely hair free. But like, because we're always changing, like cis women go through menopause, and cis men experience a decrease in testosterone, which can alter your body. You know, so let's say I got my hair completely lasered off and I'm set to, I'm good to go. Um, let's say in 10 years, I try a new different hormone or whatever, and I just start noticing like maybe hair growing or, mustache. Even though it's been 10 years, I can go back to Milan Laser and they will take care of that free of charge because I've already paid the $3,000 and it comes with a lifetime guarantee, lifetime warranty. So those that are interested in laser hair, definitely check out Milan Laser. Check to see if there's one in your area. They are extremely trans friendly. Before my name was legally changed, they had to put my last name in, my last dead name, dead. You know what I mean. They had to put that in there for legal purposes, but they had me in the system and referred to me as Sabrina, even before it was legally changed. Um, oh, excuse me again. Extremely trans friendly. Definitely recommend them. And if you go get a package with Milan Laser and you tell them that I sent you, again, Sabrina Nightingale, I believe you get 50% off your package. So, and yeah, back to the original topic. Transitioning is expensive. Name change, procedures. There was something else I was going to go in there with. Oh, hormones. And believe it or not, clothes. Clothes are so expensive. Like, you know, when I started transitioning, I went through my closet and I got rid of all the boy stuff. Like, I got rid of it all. I didn't know any trans men at the time, which I'm going to talk. that's going to be another thing I want to talk about. I didn't know any trans men at the time, but I just took all my clothes and got rid of them. And over the course of the year, with hormones, like I've gained weight, I've lost weight. Certain things are proportioning, moving, and building, and all that kind of stuff. So buying clothes is kind of like a never-ending thing. Like for example, this dress. I bought this dress tonight at Walmart, and I think I spent 25 for it. And to some people, they're like, "Oh, $25, that's not bad." Um, I've always been a girl with an eye for a bargain, not to quote Ursula, but I definitely like to bargain shop. I cringe at the thought of spending $50+ on one pair of jeans. Like that makes me cringe. Um, Bras are expensive. Clothes, like jeans, are expensive. Dresses are expensive. Like I said, I was buying $34 thongs. I mean, $10, which is actually kind of a deal in my personal opinion, and these come with six. But because I doubled them up, it only gets me 3 days worth. So I usually have to buy two or three of these at a time, and to get me through 1 week. So right there is like $20, $30. Um, it's not something. When a trans person does decide to transition, it's not something that they just take lightly. It is something that they do have to consider. So, and any of our allies that are watching this, or anyone that's watching this just to be better informed, it is really expensive for us to transition to be who we truly are. You know, there's the trans women that get um, I think it's called a mammoplasty, which is essentially, or breast augmentation. For those that don't know, you can either Google it, or I'm just going to tell you it's essentially a boob job. There's vaginoplasty, which I'm pretty sure I don't have to explain what that is. Um, then there's people that are trans women that get FFS, which is face feminization surgery. There is vocal feminization surgery. There are women that, they're not quite getting that hourglass figure. Like it is, I could go on and on about the procedures and everything like that. And trans men have, you know, um, top surgery. I think that is a double mastectomy, technically. Anyone that's watching this that knows for sure, if I'm wrong, please do correct me. Pretty sure that's a double mastectomy. Some trans men even get their chest reconstructed so it looks um, more like a cis man's chest. Um, Personally, I think every trans man out there is extremely handsome and sexy just the way that they are. I'm just explaining. And I think the double mastectomy and the chest reconstruction. I think that's two separate procedures, or at least it's definitely an upcharge. Some trans men get phalloplasty. Again, I'm not going to explain that one either. If you don't know, look it up. Um, but phalloplasty. Um, you know, it's super expensive. All right, now that this video is running a little bit longer than I really thought it was going to. But if you made it this far, thank you, and yay. I think I'm gonna touch on like one more topic, and then I'll end the video for tonight. Um, when I started my transition, I got all my boy clothes and I just got rid of them. Because clothes are so expensive, um, what I would do, and this idea came from a friend as well. If you're watching this, you know who you are. But a friend of mine suggested a clothing swap where like if the trans community is heavy in your area, which most likely bigger cities or whatever, you know donate your old clothes to a charity or to a trans organization. That way, whenever new people start to come out and they need these things. So, like, my clothes, if I would have known or if I would have even thought about it, I could have donated my clothes so that way a trans man wouldn't have had to go and spend a shit ton of money to replace his entire wardrobe. You know what I mean? And same thing with trans men. They could have donated all their feminine clothes that they didn't weren't ever going to wear again, and could have helped a trans woman out, trans girl, whatever. Um, so definitely that's something to consider, no matter where you are. Um, you know, join Facebook groups, because, me personally, I mean, again, it's too late now, a whole year later, but, like, the trans groups that I'm in, like, there was one day that somebody posted that, her son had come out as trans and she was interested in getting a binder, but she had no clue where to get it. She didn't really actually have the money to get him the binder or whatever. And I've never seen so many people come to her aid. It was a wonderful, it was fantastic, and it just made my heart happy. Like, people were offering to buy her one from Amazon or from, whatever websites and have it shipped to their address. So definitely join Facebook groups if that is something that you could be interested in doing. Or if you know somebody that is trans and might need clothes, you can get on these groups and be like, hey, I've got a crap ton of boys, men's, male clothing that I don't need. Does anyone out there need this? Or, get on and be like, hey, I got, plus size, I got whatever women's clothes, girls' clothes. Does anyone out there, could anyone out there use them? You know, um, I really think that the whole clothing swap idea is actually a really good idea, because it would help someone who, especially when they're just starting out their transition. Excuse me. This is how I know I've been talking too long. Especially for those that are just starting their transition, having that donation of clothes would be monumental. It really, really would be. Um, so just something to consider. Um, and, once again, if anyone has any other recommendations on how to better help the trans community, and by all means, either leave them in the comments or, private message me, whatever. Like, I'm here, and I just want to help everyone. I want to help the trans community. I want to help the cis community understand us better. I want to help our allies understand us better. Like, I just want to help. And that, again, if you have been here since the beginning, I've been stating that. Like, that's the whole purpose of these videos. It's not only to track my transition, but it is also to be able to hopefully have these videos reach at least one person. Trans, cis, non-binary, I don't care. Like, if these videos can help just one person, then it's all worth it to me. Um, but anyhow, it is late, or, well, it's actually not late, but the video is long enough. So, um, yay for 1 year birthday. Until next time, guys, please stay safe, especially with the pandemic. Um, and those that are watching and have watched, or if you're new, I love you all. Stay safe, have fun, be true to you, be happy.